everyone. Yeah, I'm heading early to work, so I got plenty of time to do this. But I want to welcome you to another edition of the Animated Girl Profiles Confidential. And here we're going to look at a character that I have yet to speak of. And that is Cleo from Heathcliff and the Catillac Cats, mostly the second cartoon of the 1984 to 86-87 series, the Catillac Cats, or as it was known at times, Cats and Company. Now, Cleo here is the girlfriend of Riff Raff. Riff Raff is a short. Riff Raff, who's basically like Heathcliff, is a short cat, but he's brown, wears sort of like wears a hat, basically, that I don't know what kind of hat it is. It's like some kind of a droopy hat or something like that, kind of sideways or backwards. And he walks with a little cane. Now, he doesn't have no trouble walking or anything. He just uses the cane for styling, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, Cleo happens to live in a music store, unlike the Catillac Cats who live in the junkyard. However, she did temporarily live with them for one episode or so, because I have to look at the episode again, but I think it's because she got kicked out, her owners were getting kicked out or something, I don't know. Or she was getting fed up with her owners, I don't know. So, anyway, Cleo, like I said, ends up moving in just for that one episode. Now, here's what's funny about the origin about Cleo and how she met Riff Raff and the others. There's two different stories of how she met Riff Raff. Ironically, seeing as though it's that time of year, one of them is called Christmas Memories. Basically, the plot of the cartoon is it's Leroy's birthday. Everybody decides to throw him a surprise birthday party, and this leads into a flashback of how they all met, which ironically was around Christmas, and that's how Cleo met Riff Raff. That's essentially making her one of the original Catillac Cats. Now, if that wasn't... Now you think, well, okay, that's fine. A nice way to do a Christmas episode and everything, or Christmas short. That's nice, tie the origin of how they all met together. But that's not the other origin. The other origin, of course, consists of another flashback in the cartoon High Goon, and they met at a bar, if you will. And Cleo used to be the girlfriend of somebody else. So, I guess you could say it's a conflict of different writers. It's like someone didn't pass on the idea of, oh, this is how they met originally, and then somebody else did High Goon. Like I said, I guess there was no memo passed or something between the different kind of writers that were doing the stories, because, here you have one origin in Christmas Memories, and then here you have another one in High Goon, and it's like, which one are we supposed to believe? You know what I'm saying? Which one are we supposed to believe? And it's... I guess you could say there were continuity errors even with cartoons back then in the 80s, where, especially with Heathcliff and the Catillac Cats, there was no real continuity needed unless they were continuing off another episode that had aired maybe the season or so before. So obviously there was a miscommunication. But Cleo, for her part, is a very tough, no nonsense kind of girl at times. I mean, true, she can, like with any character, can let her ego get the best of her, or true, she can get annoying with certain things, like, like in the episode where she moves in, she starts changing things around, and it gets on the guys' nerves, and essentially she forces them to move out, even though she didn't mean it, I guess. And it's just topsy-turvy, if you know what I mean. Kind of topsy-turvy, But anyway, she does that one episode, and she moves, like I said, she moves in for that one episode and everything. And she does have family. We meet her family one of the earlier episodes, and one of the first season episodes actually. She has a cousin, but just like with Riff Raff or any of the other characters, she's not acceptable of being attracted to somebody else or having somebody attracted to her. So, she has those kind of faults right there. One of the things about Cleo's character, though, is, like I said, she's no nonsense, and she could literally hold her own. I mean, this girl is basically a butt kicker, if you catch my drift. She is a literal butt kicker that can hold her own and kick butt when necessary. And that's not a lie. She can literally kick butt if necessary. She's very athletic, and you get in her face and she'll get right back in yours. She's been known to fight at times. There have been several episodes, where she'll literally kick butt. And again, that's not a lie. It's not a lie whatsoever. And she is surprisingly strong, for who she is, for being just a tall statuesque, for being a statuesque female cat. She's very strong. And she can be sarcastic. I mean, this girl, basically, whoever came up with her character for the Catillac Cats, essentially, knew what they were doing, because they gave her the whole total package when it came to the personality, came to surprising strength, and basically getting in your face and whooping your butt when necessary. So, it's no wonder why, Riff Raff's attracted to her, or any other guy would want to be attracted to her. I mean, heck, there is a bit of a rivalry at times, in I think the first season or so, between Hector and Riff Raff, and Cleo acknowledges that. She acknowledges, hey, that Hector does have, the hots for her and everything, and she's okay with that. She's all right with that, because I think, in a sense, she realizes that if Riff Raff wasn't around, and here's somebody that might want to step up and help her out, take care of her and stuff like that as well. So, so there's that. And there's also been a little bit of a theory going on as well. I don't know if this is true or not, but someone at one time had pointed out there's a possibility that she could be the sister or the cousin of Wordsworth. And I haven't heard anything since then, but I read that somewhere one time, and I'm thinking, seriously? Could that be? Now, it might have been in a fan fiction story or something like that, but someone had brought it up, and I don't know if we're ever going to get proof of that in true continuity. So, overall, though, Cleo is a very, like I say, just a total package of a character when it comes to personality and overall strength, and really getting in your face and whooping your ass, if you catch my drift. So that's all I'm going to say for Cleo of the Catillac Cats, Cats and Company, off Heathcliff and the Catillac Cats, for this edition of the Anime Girl Profile Confidentials.